If you're an older man and you masturbate regularly, this might be the most important warning you'll ever hear. It's not about shame. It's about what this silent habit could be stealing from your strength, your confidence, and your connection without you knowing. Most older men think they understand their bodies until one day. Something feels off. Not wrong, just different. The spark they once felt starts to flicker. Erections aren't as reliable, intimacy feels distant, confidence dips, and worst of all, they often don't know why. What if the private habit you've had for decades, one you thought was safe, is quietly draining your strength, your connection, and even your desire? Let's be clear. Masturbation isn't bad. It's natural. It's common. And when done mindfully, it can support your health. But if you're over 60, how and why you do it matters more than ever. Because the wrong pattern can lead to emotional numbness, lower sensitivity, hormonal imbalance, and even erosion of the very masculinity you're trying to protect. That's the part no one talks about, but we will. 1. The hidden shift after 60. What no one tells you. After age 60, your body isn't broken, but it is different. Testosterone declines gradually, 1 to 2% per year, affecting mood, energy, and sexual function. Blood flow reduces due to arterial stiffness, making it harder to maintain firm erections. The pelvic floor weakens, impacting bladder control and sexual performance. A 2019 study in The Aging Male found that age-related testosterone decline directly impacts libido and erectile function. Your erections aren't failing, your biology is adapting, but masturbation, done mindlessly, can either help or hurt that process. 2. When habit becomes a hidden risk. Many men begin to use masturbation not as a conscious act of release, but as a reflex for boredom, stress, or escape. This rewires your brain to associate relief with isolation, not connection. It starts harmlessly, but over time it can lead to emotional withdrawal, loss of real intimacy, dependency on a habit that brings diminishing returns. Neuroscientist Dr. Norman Doidge explains in The Brain that changes itself how repeated behaviors shape the brain's reward pathways, and overuse can lead to desensitization. If you find yourself needing it to sleep, to relax, or to feel okay, it may no longer be serving your vitality. 3. Physical consequences. You can't see until it's too late. You may think it's harmless, but excessive or rushed stimulation can dull nerve sensitivity and reduce erectile strength. Why? The nerve endings in the penis are delicate. Overstimulation, especially through fast or rough touch, wears them down. The smooth muscle tissue inside the penis supports erections. Chronic overuse without recovery weakens it. The pelvic floor muscles, your sexual foundation, lose tone when ignored or constantly stressed in poor posture. A 2021 paper in Sexual Medicine Reviews warns that repeated high-intensity stimulation can lead to decreased genital sensitivity and psychogenic ED. You might still climax, but if you feel less or it takes longer, your body is already signaling imbalance. 4. The emotional toll. Why you may feel more empty, not fulfilled. Here's the truth most men hide after a moment of pleasure. They feel worse, not better. Why? Masturbation done from stress or loneliness becomes emotional anesthesia, not release. It creates a false sense of control, then leaves a void. Over time, it disconnects you from others and from yourself. Harvard Health notes that compulsive sexual behavior can be linked to social withdrawal and depression in older adults. If you've stopped calling friends, lost interest in hobbies, or feel off after releasing, this might be the root cause. 5. The warning signs you're overlooking. Your body always whispers before it screams. Here are signs you might be slipping into imbalance. You feel drained, not energized after masturbation. You need stronger stimulation to feel anything. Erections are weaker, shorter, or less satisfying. You masturbate more out of habit than desire. These are not signs of weakness. They're signs of neurological fatigue and hormonal shift. It's not just about sex. It's about how you regulate your emotions, how you stay vital, how you stay connected. 6. The solution rewire. Don't reject. The goal isn't to quit. The goal is to reset the relationship from compulsive to conscious. Step 1. Slow down. Rushed pleasure teaches your nervous system to disconnect. Use natural oils like coconut or almond to encourage gentler, mindful touch. Re-engage your body, not just one part of it. Step 2. Change your posture. Avoid hunched positions. Try lying flat, relaxing your core, and supporting your spine. Step 3. Breathe. Deep breathing oxygenates tissues, supports erections, and grounds you in the moment. Step 4. Replace fantasy with presence. Excessive porn dulls arousal. Your mind begins to crave novelty. Explore memories, emotions, breath, not just visuals. According to the Journal of Sex Research, mindfulness-based sexual techniques improve arousal, satisfaction, and overall emotional well-being. When you retrain your nervous system, your sensitivity and your confidence can return. 7. The 7-day reset plan. If this feels familiar, here's your challenge 1 week to change the trajectory of your energy and mindset. Day 1-2. No stimulation, no porn. Just observe. Write down your thoughts and urges. Pay attention to why you feel pulled toward release. Day 3, 4. Gentle, mindful touch. No goal of climax. Just breathe. Use oil. Go slow. Day 5, 6. Replace urge with connection. Go for a walk. Call a friend. Engage socially. Notice how your emotions shift without the habit. Day 7. Reflect. Do you feel calmer, clearer, more present? If yes, keep going. If not, try again. This is practice, not perfection. 1 week won't fix everything, but it can wake up the parts of you that aging and habits tried to numb. 8. You're not broken. You're ready. This isn't about shame. It's about reclaiming your power not just in the bedroom, but in every part of life. You are not past your prime. You are not too old to change. You are not alone. And the very thing you've been using to cope, it can become a tool, a sacred practice for healing, not hiding. So start today, with intention, with presence, with strength. Because your masculinity doesn't fade with age, it deepens with wisdom. What you do in private matters more now than ever, not for shame, but for strength. Up next, we'll talk about the best foods, nutrients, and movement techniques to restore testosterone and deepen desire naturally. What this habit was really trying to tell you, if you've made it this far, then you already know this conversation isn't about judging what you do in private. It's about understanding what your body, mind, and heart have been quietly trying to say. For many older men, masturbation has become a silent language, a substitute for real connection, a coping mechanism for stress, or a ritual built around loneliness. And while the act itself isn't wrong, the reason behind it often reveals a deeper truth. You've been longing for something more. More presence, more intimacy, more peace within your own skin, and more control over how you age on your terms. When your body starts to feel less responsive, when your desire fades or shifts, it's not because you failed, it's because your biology is changing, and now, so must your relationship to pleasure, to touch, and to self-care. You don't need to reject your desires. You need to retrain how you engage with them, mindfully, intentionally, with care and respect. That's what this message is truly about. You're not broken. You're entering a new chapter where real masculinity isn't about performance, it's about presence, depth, and conscious vitality. Your next step begins today. If this video stirred something inside you, a question, a memory, or even just a moment of reflection, don't ignore it. Start small. Try the 7-day reset we shared. Just once. You owe yourself that. Leave a comment below. What part of this message spoke to you the most? Like this video if it made you feel seen, because that helps more men like you find it. And if you know someone, a brother, a friend, a fellow man silently struggling, share this video. A quiet link can be a life-changing act of care. And finally, if you believe in this kind of honest, respectful, and science-backed conversation for men over 60, subscribe, turn on the bell, and join this growing community of men who aren't afraid to look inward and grow stronger for it. You are not alone. You are not done. And what you do next, even in silence, can become the most powerful act of healing you've ever made. Stay grounded, stay connected, stay you,